We're on.
What's up, everybody? This is B as you know. Episode 6. My name is Brandon Vessels.
I'm Brandon Prince.
And this is...
the artist formerly known as Jared Clark.
He is a good friend of ours, so he just found out about our podcast, so I thought that it would be cool if he could jump on and we could just, talk about some stuff. So,
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jared. Introduce yourself to the good listeners.
Well, I go to school with these two. Computer science major.
Really? You're a computer science major?
Yeah.
I've never asked you, so I don't know.
Oh.
That's crazy. Can you tell me what you do?
What I do or what I'm supposed to do?
Supposed to.
What I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to write programs for computers just for like anything, like maybe to make life easier or maybe make a game or
See,
some
that's
shit.
the smart thing to do, as considering like the climate right now with like tech and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I picked a really dumb liberal arts degree. I'm an English major, so
I'm just gonna make movies.
yeah,
So
like you're with two idiots that think that they're gonna be famous, but you're just like, I don't know. I think I'm fine with a nice house instead of being homeless.
Can you finance one of my projects?
Yeah, please.
But what I actually do in my class is like kind of just let my partner do most of the work, and I'm just like there for moral support.
Yeah.
But I actually do know how to program. I've been programming since like 3 years ago.
That's awesome. So how did you start? Did you like do YouTube tutorials and stuff?
No, there was a programming class that was offered at my small school for the first time, and me and a couple other my friends took it, and we learned how to make web pages. And for our final, we had to make a game, like a web-based game, and I made one that was like super complex, and it was also very personal. It was like I put a lot of time into it. I got it done in 3 months, and also I had enough time to add Easter eggs. Like you could turn into a mech. I had this whole like secret
What's
thing.
a mech?
It's like a
Big robot.
giant robot.
How did both of you know what that was?
I mean, we both watch anime.
Is that
so.
what that is?
Yeah.
So it's like a Zord
Yeah,
from Power Rangers.
yeah.
I know anime, guys. I know Japanese culture. Is that Japanese culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this stuff. Pfft, Zords, yeah. So you turn into a giant Zord. So you said it took you 3 months to
Yeah.
program?
Yeah.
Is it still online? Like, or do I need like to update Flash or something?
It was running through HTML5, which would replace Flash, so you wouldn't need Flash because Flash can suck a dick.
hey.
It's too expensive.
I like
to
how
code
there's so
with.
much hate between that, like the tech community and like HTML5 is the way to go. Like I just don't understand.
I don't care.
Can I be honest? I'll be the dumb guy in the group, but what's the difference? Like why is
HTML5 is free.
it's free? Okay.
I just like Flash because I'm a huge fan of early web design with the Flash animated intros and GIFs and stuff. I just think it looks really cool, so that's why I like it.
Why do they? So does all of the internet have to adopt this new thing, or is it like people can choose what their sites can run off of?
Hasn't it most of it already happened?
Most of it's
HTML5.
already- yeah, like I think YouTube's already done that.
So is it a program through which you like code websites or?
It's an updated version of a programming language that's used to make websites.
That's what I thought. So it's a language.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But
And isn't it less
confusing.
like demanding in terms of power than Flash?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But it looks better. Like it's not as chunky or
Oh,
something.
it does like the exact same thing as Flash, I think.
That's really cool.
But what the proudest thing that I am of, the thing that I'm proudest of about that game is there's this little secret that if you walk towards this record that you would find like in the corner of the screen, it would take you to this completely different room. It was like this giant ass mansion, and there was a sign with gold on it that said Jared's room, and I was like standing up at the top with like an Ozzy Osbourne cape and sunglasses. And there were like women on both sides of me, and I had like 2 angels like freaking guarding like
That's
staircases.
amazing.
And it was blasting back in black.
Yeah.
So can I just like say hypothetically I want to play this game?
Mm-hmm.
Where would I find it?
Well, the only place you can find it right now is through me. I have it on a flash drive on my. I have it on a flash drive, but it used to be on a server. So
Someone's whistling.
it used to be on a server, so you could access it through the internet, but mainly through like local internet. So you'd have to be in the same building. But
Is that what LAN is? Right? No, I don't know what LAN is.
Yeah, kinda.
So, like, say, I mean, we don't have a sponsor, but say we had Squarespace as a sponsor. Could you put your site on Squarespace? Is that how that works? Like, could you upload that game into a Squarespace website?
Probably,
You
yeah.
could probably put it on like Google Sites.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Huh.
If you guys ever want to try it out, I have the flash drive in my door.
Oh hell yeah,
I would love
that'd be
to play
fun.
that, yeah. Especially with the guy who made the game, you'd win like immediately.
It's really fucked up. Like, it's really, really dark.
Is it like
Ooh, I
a
eat
side
dark.
scroller or what?
So you know how the Pokemon games used to be, like from top
It's
down.
like that.
Yeah, it was like that.
That's awesome.
But the boundaries were like set up like shit, so you don't really have much choice in where you can go.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to like. I'm the only one who knows exactly what you
Where
have
to
to
go?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it gets like really fucked up. Like you see this like a severed head, and
Jesus.
it has like the directions and arrows that like tell you where to go.
Yeah.
But it has it written in blood. I made those like custom sprites myself through MS Paint. I know MS Paint.
Did you use the spray paint can or something?
No, I went down to like completely zoomed in and filled in each individual pixel.
Oh, I've done stuff like that before. That's fun.
Wow. Okay.
So the most I ever learned how to program was my freshman year of high school. My friend at the time he taught me how to make batch files. So we made I was a brony at the time.
Oh wow.
We made the official My Little Pony batch file. It might still exist out there, but all it did was it had bios of all the characters, and then there was another screen that you went to, and it had like an episode guide because there was only 2 seasons out at the time. And you typed in season number and episode number, and then it would launch your browser, go to YouTube, and find the episode.
That's really cool.
And it was color. You could set up like custom color schemes based on your favorite characters. So
I would just like to clarify, it's not cool that it was about My Little Pony, but the fact that you went through all the work to like make
we did
that,
we did it
that's pretty
together,
cool.
but like it was I was a big brony at the time, so we thought it was like the best thing in the world. We're like, oh, this is awesome.
It's all in one place now.
Looking back, it's real cringeworthy.
Fuck
but
Wiki.
I still stand by that show was good until season 3 started the downward spiral of crap. But that's a tangent.
When did that show start?
2010, 11, somewhere around in there.
Wow.
I got into it like right as season 2 was coming to an end, I think. And then I watched the first 2 seasons, and I became a really big fan. And I was psyched as hell for season 3. Then season 3 came around. I was a fan for about a year, I'd say. And when season 3 came around, it was half the length of the other seasons. They turned it into a musical.
Oh god.
And like that, I really hated that. And then they made a movie where they became humans and stuff. And then I left the fandom.
Wait, what?
So
Yeah, it was called Equestria Girls. They got sent to the human world and turned into humans.
So who's your favorite pony?
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash.
So is that show basically Care Bears but they're horses?
I guess you could take it that way, but like, it was made to where, especially at the time, it was very much like a show like Powerpuff Girls. I mean, probably because it was like from the creator of Powerpuff Girls, but like, anyone could watch it. It wasn't just a kids show. It was like teenagers, adults. Like you could get into it like you could get into a show like Powerpuff Girls or something like that. Like it didn't talk down to the audience. It was just like a fun time. And then it all changed when season 3 came around, and it became kind of pandery.
What was it about that show that had like grown men watching it?
Well, it's like what I said. Like it didn't talk down to its audience. It just seemed like a normal cartoon.
I mean, but there are a lot of cartoons that do that though. It's just that one was very
it's like
susceptible.
the animation was very bright and well done. The characters were just so likable, and it was just something that was fun to get into, and like it was just a fun time. Honestly, it just draws you in. Obviously, it's not for everyone, and obviously, I got out of it because it went down the crapper. But I don't know. Like I could still sit down and watch those first 2 seasons right now, and I'd be happy.
Have you ever seen those Pymation videos of My Little Pony where like Applejack has like Coke and there's a drug deal going down.
Yeah.
and the cops.
Apple Jacks. You guys remember that cereal?
I never liked it, honestly.
I was never able to have it.
Why not?
My parents couldn't, my parents
There are
didn't want-
no apples in this house.
no,
Only real apples, no apple flavored cereals.
they didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, so I had, Walmart brand
Apple Smacks.
food.
Apple Smack. Isn't it like Smack'ems? Isn't
Yeah.
that a real thing? With
Yeah.
the frog? What is it with, cereals having to need, they need, a cartoon character?
Well, it's
Like
to
a
get,
frog doesn't,
it's to attract the
necessarily
kids'
say
eyes
sweet.
and get their moms to buy the product.
No, man.
And also, I
You
mean,
need something better than that.
the whole thing about cartoon, okay, so I imagine that in Japan, on their fucking cereal boxes, they have, anime girls out the fucking asshole with
Oh,
those.
probably.
So they're there's half-naked, women on there. It's fucking,
Woo!
you got 12-year-olds that are just Mom, I want that cereal. And it's not because of the girl on there. It's just my waifu.
Yep. I agree.
I enjoy the flavor.
I'm sure he enjoys the flavor, too, if you
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Oh, God. You guys are just... Look at that. You see that blue chunk?
Our audio
You
just
get- yeah,
spiked. I'm
you
sorry,
just,
guys.
murdered their
Damn.
eardrums.
But yeah.
I've been trying to keep my eye on, the levels, and we've hit, red, I want to say, 20 times. That's why I tried to, back up a little bit so it's not as,
Yeah, I thought I wasn't talking loud enough, so I had to get closer.
See, all you got to do is there's this. I'm sorry, guys. This is really boring for all of you who are just listening to this, but there's levels. So see how it's green.
Yeah.
If you get real close, sorry guys. If you get real close like this, it's red. See.
Oh, dude, that's beautiful.
So now you know. So if you feel like you're not being loud enough, just check that. And as long as it's past right here, the bar, you're good.
Okay, so
If you get to the yellow that's pushing it, red is definitely too much.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Pulls out air horn.
I want to get a soundboard eventually. That would be ideal. So I
Oh,
can turn it up.
Dude, I know my way around a soundboard.
Nice.
I used to help my school film sports games for basketball. I'd be the loser operating the camera, or the guy in the weird room in the back just looking at monitors and trying not to act like that I was staring at the women or the cheerleaders during the game. But I mean, come on,
Same.
and the volleyball games are so great.
High five.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. What are you doing those sound effects for?
It's my soundboard. Don't come to school tomorrow.
No, my only experience running a board.
Oh my god. Oh, that was way too close.
Pushing
I'm
that
sorry,
shit
guys.
into the red, son.
Oh my god. Anyway,
My only experience running a board was I was in a.
here's my favorite. I'm sorry, guys, but this is the last thing. This is my favorite one that Brandon recorded.
Dude, you're gonna get fucking shot.
Why? Don't come to school tomorrow.
Dude, you're gonna get fucking
Don't
shot.
come to school tomorrow. Wow, those two work together so well.
That's why I said it.
That's so bad.
Create a guide to help you survive school shootings. Dylan and Eric's school shooting survival guide.
Hey guys, so a friend just walked in and we got into a weird conversation. Just check the news. Try to guess what we, we're talking about. But
It's April. What's the day of it? It's April 13th, 2017.
what's the mother of all news stories on today's day?
Oh, you can't just drop the bomb like that.
Jesus.
It might have a wide range of
Ugh.
impact.
There's a lot of people who aren't even involved in this.
So, yeah, so that just happened. But from that and school shootings, this got really dark really quick. We're just gonna go back and start doing the Ask Reddit segment.
Woo!
We did this last week, and it's going into the red. That's okay. We did this last week, and I don't know if any of you liked it, but I liked doing it.
I did too.
Because it gave us some stuff to talk about.
I second that emotion.
Yeah, so with our buddy Jared here, we're going to go through Ask Reddit. I know they're not asking us, but we seem to think that it would be fun to answer.
We have the answers no matter what.
Exactly.
Take these answers and implement them into your life.
Okay, so first question on the hot post page of Ask Reddit.
Here we go.
How do you know when you're in love?
She stops screaming and doesn't ask to be untied.
Nice.
Why did you right out of the gate?
Well, okay, so
That's not. I just hold on. Wait a second. I just want to let everyone know that I don't condone any of that.
nor do I.
I don't find it funny, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
I'm
I'm not joking.
I'm gonna beat myself after this.
Same.
I'm gonna hate myself a lot for that.
That was a good
Okay,
joke, dude.
I mean, it was funny, but not in like. It would be okay in certain situations, but not like in like a public.
Come on, dude.
I know we're in a private room right now.
Okay. A less disturbing way to know if someone is in love with you.
Would you be willing to die for them?
I would say for me, how I would know when I'm in love would be when I get the butterflies. You know what that means?
Butterflies.
I feel nauseous.
I like the butterflies. Usually I get those right after I, smoke all that dank and just...
Yeah. Next question, because that last one just went bad.
I will refrain from making jokes like that in the future.
No.
That was like... No, I really should. I
Dude,
apologize.
humor has no limits.
Sure.
Yeah, but like, I made a kidnapping joke, and that's not okay.
Humor
I
has no
remember
limits.
a couple weeks ago, I went to the local comedy club on campus.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a local comedy club. They do comedy night on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And I came in and I said, "Yeah, I'm here to see the comedy show." And they said, "Oh, comedy?" I was like, "Yeah." And they get, they stamp you and everything.
Comedy?
Literally, the headliner that night did a rape joke on stage.
Oh!
And I was like, "Hey, man, maybe don't try out your rape material on a college campus."
Yeah, a college campus,
Like,
that's probably
that's
like...
not the best place to...
Maybe the students should stop being so sensitive to the humor.
I know somebody who was raped.
So do I.
Woo.
But
It's
I just
pretty
stand.
fucked up, though.
I stand by. Still, humor has no limits.
Yeah, but like, I feel like...
Like, make fun of whatever you want.
He was trying it out. Like, I feel like it was a new joke. He hadn't really...
Yeah.
he hadn't really worked it out yet.
Yeah, I understand that.
And it seemed very new. He kind of was, like, stumbling through it. Either that or he got nervous because he looked at the girl I was with.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
He looked her in the eye and told the joke.
Oh, that's not okay. That's not okay.
And I don't know if she got nervous and he saw that and he was, like, apprehensive halfway through, but he couldn't, his timing was bad, it wasn't funny, and it just it just fell flat. Like, seriously. And I was just like...
That's what my comm class has been telling. Like, you have to be able to know your audience. College campus isn't the best place to tell jokes about school shootings or things like that.
You gotta, like, know your audience.
And but if you're in, like, a room full of people who are just as fucked up and insane as you are, or like us,
at least...
I mean, then go nuts!
Or at least establish that. Like, in no way did he establish that, like, all his comedy before that was, like, I like Cheeto. Like, it wasn't... It was very,
out of left field.
Yeah, it came out of left field. That's the thing.
Like, there was no lead up to it. It was just randomly, like how when we were asked, like, what's the question? Like, how do you know when you're in love? And I made that joke.
It was similar.
It just had nothing to do with anything.
Very similar.
What's the next question?
What is your favorite Easter egg in any movie, show, game, etc.?
I have to think about that. Do you have one, Brandon?
So on GameCube, when you start the page and you press the little Z button and it goes twickle twickle, I can't do it.
It's like a bunch of squeaky noises.
Yeah, it's squeaky. It does the little squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. That's pretty much my favorite Easter egg.
The only favorite Easter egg that I could think of is in Infamous 2, where you go to a movie theater and where it has like the listings for the movies. It says things like Call of Booty, Halo Reach, and like Little Big Unit, and just like Ratchet and Skank. And just a bunch of like parodied video game names. It was funny.
One of my favorite game Easter eggs is the final boss of Doom 2. Everyone knows about this, but have you guys played Doom 2?
I've heard about the cow level.
Well, in Doom 2, the final boss is the icon of sin. He's pretty much Satan.
Oh. Oh.
And if you if when you walk into his lair, he says this weird phrase, which is actually backwards audio. And whenever you reverse it and play it back normally, it says, "To win the game, you must kill me, John Romero," which was one of the big names at id Software, and he ended up leaving. So they distorted that. But if you turn on no clip and you can walk through walls, if you walk behind the boss, there's John Romero's head impaled on a stick.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And you can shoot him and he screams.
That's awesome.
So, next question.
All right.
Moving right along.
Yeah.
We have, do you pee in showers? Why or why not?
Who wants to go
pee
first?
in showers?
Pee
I do. And I'll tell you why. Since the water's so hot, I don't feel it. So it's easy for me to just not pay attention.
That's my case too. So
But-
yeah, I pee in the shower too.
But as I've like gotten older and started living in a dorm with other people who possibly pee in the shower, I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. Like,
I mean, you wear sandals. Like,
yeah, they say that it like messes up.
Wait, you're supposed to wear sandals?
Yeah,
Shit.
you don't wear sandals?
I've not been
you
wearing
probably
sandals.
have the worst
Athlete's
foot. Yeah.
Man, how'd these warts get here?
Gee, my foot has been itching every day since I took the last shower.
You know, come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have done that one thing where I laid my balls on the ground.
Did you do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not stupid, no. But yeah, I pee in the shower too because, like, well, first off, I like.
Oh, and you live in Stew West. Oh, should I have said? I mean, we don't have any fans.
Yeah, track Jared down at his dorm.
Yeah, by the time.
Just Stu West, yes.
So yeah, I used to live in
McKinley.
Stew West is different than ours because that is like,
You mean here, Johnson?
yeah.
Botsford, Swingford.
I was getting ready to like say like every
Johnson.
detail, like Johnson in.
Yeah. No, like Stew West. I used to be the showers there. At least on the second floor was so gross.
Yeah.
Like it's just all the water like falls.
They had like a
into
little
the-
like trough there, so like I pee into that because like I'm not fucking planning on standing in that shit.
Yeah, I would never not wear sandals. Do you need a pair?
I've got some. I
Yeah,
just
you should wear those. No, I had a friend, Luke, who was just like that. And literally, it got to the point where I was like, yeah, man, I need to get some new sandals to wear in the shower. And he was like, oh, I don't wear them in the shower. I was like, but you have a pair. You wear them every time you go. He said, yeah, when I use them to walk to get there.
Oh my god.
And then I take them off and I get in the shower. I was like, why? You could just... But that's not... It was very disturbing. And he had athlete's foot back. Like, his toenail, big toe on his left foot was, like, yellow. Like, it was just moldy, disgusting yellow.
well, thank Christ that I haven't had anything like that. I've been fortunate enough to,
Yeah, that's good.
not have anything like that. But
You're
yeah.
extremely lucky.
I don't recommend it because people probably also fucking fap in those showers too.
The other day, speaking of bodily fluids, I was walking down Cowpath.
I'm sorry.
And,
Never mind.
Oh God!
let's just move past that. I was walking down Cowpath, and there was a used condom just in the street.
I've been trying to find one of those just randomly on the street so I could say that.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only seen 2 used condoms out in public in my whole life.
I used to go to a Catholic high school, and we would have like a community service day where we'd go out, and my goal for one day was just to like find a used condom and bring it back. Just be like, hey guys, so I found this used
Bring
condom.
it back? Why would you pick it
Guys,
up?
look at the snake skin I found.
Probably not bring it back, but just like find it so that I could say like, oh yeah, those used condoms, Catholic school, am I right?
Okay, so I have a new question.
Yeah.
This is getting kind of deep.
What is it? Lay it on me, baby.
Like balls deep, you don't even know how deep it's gonna make your fucking balls like quake. Anyways.
Okay. So what do you genuinely think happens when you die? Genuinely.
Who wants to go first here?
So when I was a kid, I thought that you would just keep replaying the same day, your favorite day in your whole life.
Oh, that's
the
nice.
best day you had.
That's nice.
Throughout your life, you would just keep reliving it every day. And you wouldn't it wouldn't be like Groundhog Day where it would get old and you would get tired of it. It would literally be as great as it was the first time you experienced it, and you would do it every single day. That'd be your best day.
I feel like this is a question that was asked in another podcast done by iDubbbz.
I mean, they do that. I think every podcast ever has had this question. It's like, what do you think happens when you die? But seriously, I think that, or maybe it could be nothing. I mean, I'm not going to discount that. I'd rather believe in my believies, in my chest, in my heart place, that it isn't nothing. But, you know,
I still think that I'll come back in a different form.
yeah, like a tree.
No, not like another. I believe like you'll come back as another human. You'll live a different life.
Do you think you would jump around the timeline, or it would have to be after your last person?
After
died?
my last person, you keep moving forward until eventually the great cosmos is done with this planet.
The great cosmos. Does he have green hair like in the cartoon?
Captain Planet's the Great Cosmos.
Captain Planet. All right, Jared, what do you?
Power is yours, and the planet just explodes.
That shouldn't have left.
I mean, you're Catholic, so
Yeah,
I'm assuming you believe
Catholic.
in heaven.
So, like, you know, the thing is that there's a lot of Catholics that don't believe in heaven.
Really?
That just view heaven as like, oh, you know, it's just the journey. Like, you try to live a happy life, that's what heaven is. Or, oh, you know, we're just in the presence of God. We don't see shit. I've been told that before by my religion teacher back
It's like
in
dark.
Catholic school. Yeah, and like you don't see shit, but you know, like, oh, you know, everybody's there. I'm not saying that that's stupid or anything, but that
So
scared
it's
the
like-
hell out of me.
So it's
That's
like
weird. I've never
everyone's.
heard that.
So it's like everyone's in a dark room, and it's like, hey, Brandon. Yeah. Are you here? Yeah, I'm here.
It's like there's
like
no
just everyone's just
It's like there's no interaction at all. You just become completely dormant. That's what like I've been told by somebody. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I reject that idea. I believe like, you know, like the classic like Little Nicky version of heaven where it's just like rainbows, unicorns, and like a glass castle in the back, and just like flowers everywhere, and just like Twinkies.
that would.
Lots of Twinkies.
When I was in middle school, not middle school,
I
high
just
school.
want all the little Debbie snacks in heaven.
But I believe in like the classic style of heaven where it's just like, you know, happiness for all of eternity.
When I was in high school, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if heaven was literally a blank slate, and what you thought about it became that?
What I always wondered about heaven when I was growing up, it was, are there PlayStations? And like
That goes along with what I was saying. It's like you could make it if you want it.
They have like the PlayStation Infinity there. God uses Windows.
all
9000.
DLCs are free.
All DLCs.
Every
are free.
DLC is free.
Man.
My waifu will become real.
You see, that's another thing. It's like if you have a waifu, why shouldn't they be real?
Yep.
I remember one time I asked my uncle. He's like a priest or whatever, not priest, but like, you know.
Minister.
Yeah, and I was like, so if God can do anything, he can have Spider-Man powers. Therefore, Spider-Man powers are real. And he was like,
The mental gymnastics.
nah. Like, he was very confused. Like, first of all, why is that the thing you think about, 8-year-old Brandon?
Well, I mean, you're 8, Spider-Man. Everybody
But,
loves
like,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
You're 8.
Spider-Man's awesome. I still love Spider-Man.
One time when I was playing soccer, I was like 4 or something, and like, you know, it's like when you're playing for it, it's like when you're playing, it's just like, oh, you know, they're just there to run around and get tired so we can take them home and they'll go to sleep. But like for me, like everybody else would be like running back and forth, but what I'd do is they'd see everybody like run from one side to the other, and then and then like immediately like following them, you'd see me trying to like shoot webs like Spider-Man.
I remember going out of Spider-Man 2, like the Doc Ock one,
Yeah.
literally shooting my quote-unquote webs at like light posts, and I was like, like I thought it was so cool, man.
Dude, that's because like it'd be the best thing ever to be able to like shoot shit out of your wrists.
I mean, seeing him swing around New York City was my favorite thing. That's why when like the game came out, like for Xbox, the very, you know, first Xbox 360, not like.
You talking about the
You mean
Spider-Man
the-
2 game?
Yeah,
You mean
you
the original
can-
Xbox?
Yeah, the
The
original.
Spider-Man 2 game
Well,
is
I
the
had the
best.
original Xbox, then there's Xbox 360 that came after that.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man 2 video game, that was the best Spider-Man video game ever.
I beg
agree.
to differ.
I agree.
What would be better than that one?
I was a big fan of Spider-Man Friend or Foe.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Spider-Man 3, and I was going to be
See,
like, get
I
the
like-
fuck
I
out.
like
X-
Spider-Man 3,
The movie or the game?
the movie.
Did
Okay.
they set that up to be continued, or am I just?
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Well, they concluded it.
I feel like they could go either way.
They concluded the story, but they're like, they were gonna do a fourth one. It wasn't immediate that they were gonna do. So they wrapped up the story, but they had an idea for where they wanted to go next, and I wish they would have done it,
But Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, me too. We'll have Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
I want Michael Keaton's the Vulture.
Yes.
I love Michael Keaton.
We got Batman versus Spider-Man. This is sweet.
Oh, man, that brings up something that, well, first off, I want to say I'm looking forward to the PlayStation 4 game for Spider-Man that's supposed to come out this year.
That's a thing.
Yeah, and Spider-Man looks so fucking cool. But, also, the whole Spider-Man versus Batman thing, there was, I was at this, like, hair place with my mom once, and this was, like, back last year when Batman vs. Superman came out.
Ooh.
And this one woman, she was talking to this kid who had like a Spider-Man shirt, and she's like, "Oh, did you guys see Batman vs. Spider-Man or what, or Superman vs. Spider-Man, whatever it is?" And I'm like sitting there with my mom, and like we're both like gigantic nerds, and we're just like laughing in our heads, like, "What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck, bitch!"
That's awesome.
Okay, so next question is, what is your go-to mobile game to play when you're bored?
Like on my phone?
Yeah.
Well, if you would have asked me this, like, I used to play Army of Darkness Defense a lot. It's just tower defense of Army of Darkness, but now, since I've almost beaten it, I just play Circle.
What are your thoughts on, like, pay-to-play mobile games? Like Clash of Clans?
I think it's a great way to make money.
Don't you think it's taking, like, advantage of people?
Oh yeah, but people
'Cause
will pay for it. That's
It
the thing.
taps into that, like, addiction.
But same with like DLC and stuff for video
Oh, yeah.
games. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just getting more content. So like,
It's content that should have initially shipped with the game, but we're too goddamn lazy to put it with the game, so we're gonna keep squeezing more money out of you little fucks.
Well, I mean, I think it's a cool way to
the
keep
rest we
adding
are
on to it.
Nintendo.
But
Then
see,
some
how
of our
people-
DLC will be free.
How people used to do that was they would either put it with the game or release it in one or two huge expansion packs later.
Yeah.
They didn't release the game half finished and then be like, oh, there's this tiny DLC, this one, this one, this one. You would buy one or two big things and then you would get that huge add-on. Now it's all divided up and it's microtransactions. It's
admit,
really stupid.
microtransactions
My
are terrible.
Rockstar's doing a great job though with like Grand Theft Auto 5 because they're still coming out with new shit and it's still fun as hell. And like you don't have to pay for it, so they're just giving you free content and it's always getting better. It's so much fucking fun.
Why didn't they just put that with the game, though?
Because they probably weren't thinking about all this shit. Because a lot of it's like it has to do with holidays. Like for 4th of July, they had a musket that was like a one-shot kill,
Oh, nice.
but it takes like for fucking ever to reload.
Is there any way to, like, get enough skill points or something to load it faster?
No, well, I don't think so. No, it just you have to load it like an old-fashioned musket and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What's your... Wow.
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 Owen
That
Wilson,
sounds
get
great.
outta here.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so my favorite mobile game, probably on my phone right now, would be... It's a tie between
Flappy Bird.
probably Minecraft or...
Do you have Minecraft Pocket Edition?
Yeah, I bought it.
I don't like
great.
it.
You don't like it?
Nah.
The one thing I have a problem with is that it's harder to, like, move around.
That's exactly why I don't like it.
So, but, like, I just wanted it because I'm such a big fan of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minecraft's
that, like,
awesome.
I like the idea that I have it in my pocket, like, at all times.
You guys
So
seen what they did to it on PC though?
What happened?
And fucking have like a stamina bar sort of thing, where when you swing your weapon, you have to like wait because there's like a delay and this bar has to refill so you can swing again. And so you have to time your attacks perfectly. You can't just like randomly beat the shit out of everything.
They put that in?
And they've
Is
had
that
it to where you
update
can like
coming to console?
you can like dual fist shit and.
Is that
Please tell
update
me that's
coming
not coming to
console?
console. I don't want that.
I hope it's not coming to console, but I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
God, that's
I
not
just
bad.
found out the other day that you can sprint on Minecraft and fly really fast. I'm serious.
You didn't know you could run.
I didn't know. Like, you know how many times I've died because I couldn't run fast enough?
The little
Like-
tiny zombie kids are chasing after.
Yeah.
Fucking Vern Troy from Austin Powers is coming for your ass.
Ugh. It's crazy how many times I
I
died.
took that joke from someone.
So now that I found that out, they're gonna be making it all weird again. I might stop playing Minecraft, to be honest.
I'm
It's-
not.
it's
I just
like
love
my
it too
addiction.
much.
It's my addiction. Okay,
I
so
didn't get to say my favorite.
Yeah,
mobile
what's
Oh,
your-
you didn't? I
Yeah,
thought
my
you did.
favorite mobile game. I don't have it on my phone because there's too much fucking there's not enough fucking space on my phone. This game is like 6 gigs, and I don't have an SD card because I'm a fucking loser. But I got Max Payne for mobile.
Oh.
And the controls for that are actually really good. I really like it. But
Like, did they make a movie called that? Max
Yeah.
Payne?
But like
Well, it's based on the game.
yeah, and I wanted to. I got the first game on my phone. I wanted to download it recently, but I have too much shit on my phone, and I can't get rid of any of it because I need all of it.
You need to get, since I know this, since you're a fan of the movies, you would like this. There's an Evil Dead game you need to get. It's called Evil Dead Endless Nightmare.
Oh,
It's like an endless runner game, like Temple Run, but you start off in the cabin and you get to equip a weapon like a nail gun or crowbar or stuff like that, and you level up and you get more weapons, but you just run through the woods and you have to fight through deadites and not die, but whenever you die, you fall over, and then the deadites come over and they're like, "Kiss me, you dirty cunt," and then like eat your guts.
Oh.
They released it for the new movie, but you can still get it. It's really fun.
Come down here and I suck your little cock, pretty boy. I'm getting to my van, kid. I got freaking.
What are you guys? I've zoned out because I got water.
In the fourth Evil Dead movie, the dude's sister gets possessed, and she's down in the basement. She just split her tongue in half with a box cutter.
I love her
and
so
like,
much.
and
I
like
love that
made
character.
out with this other chick, and like he pulls her out of the basement. His sister's down there, and she's got blood coming out of her mouth. She's like, "Why don't you come in here so I can suck your cock, pretty boy?"
Oh my god.
And he throws the door shut. But when I first saw that, I thought it'd be funny if he's just like, "All right," goes down in the basement, shuts the door.
That's for the next Evil Head.
Yeah, Evil Head 2, Head by Dawn.
I can. You guys are into the weirdest movies.
What would the third one be called? Army of what?
Army of Fartness. It's a fart porn.
Army
Army
of
of
Fartness.
Fartness. Okay, so next question: what's the most underrated skill that everybody should have? I say that I think it should be maybe just basic first aid.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
have
if it's
to agree.
underrated, but it's definitely not taught enough. Like, I think it shouldn't be an option. Everyone should, like, that should be mandatory. Just basic first aid.
Yeah, I say either that or sewing clothes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good trade to know, too. Especially because I have no idea how to sew clothes. But if I could, I would.
I have the basics. I took a couple years of home ec, so
Right, well, you were in the Boy Scouts, right? Is that, like, a requirement?
No, they didn't teach you that in Boy Scouts.
Really?
They
I
ta-
feel like that would,
They taught you
be...
like first aid and stuff, but they not for like fixing clothes. I took that through school. I learned how to sew bags and stuff. What about you, Jared?
Well, I'd have to say.
Oh, sorry. I'd have to say.
Can I have the pussy, please, boss?
Sorry, but I'd have to say, probably cooking, because like, you know, as a college student, it's expensive as fuck to do shit.
Yeah.
But like, if I had the ability to cook, and do it well, I'd probably do it more often. Or ask this one girl that I know to do it for me, because
Make me a sandwich.
no, I wouldn't be like that. No, I'd be like, you gotta make me a fucking sandwich right now. But
Here's a question. What's your favorite type of sandwich? We've talked about this on the podcast. Our listeners who have heard the early episodes should know this before me and Brandon. But what about you, Jared? What is your favorite sandwich?
okay, so I got this every day for like this entire year at Neuer. I got a grilled cheese sandwich. It's my shit.
Good.
Very simple, easygoing
I
sandwich.
got it at least like twice a day.
See, I had that grilled cheese sandwich, and it's so much butter. There's a lot of butter, and it's very decadent.
Not anymore, my friend, because now they're using a liquid butter alternative, which is complete fucking bullshit.
Please don't do that. Go back to butter, please.
We need to email the fucking dining people and just be like,
I
yo,
was-
bitch, give us our butter!
I've been learning about this, like, diet thing, and basically this guy says that sugar is terrible for you, which,
Clearly.
I mean, everyone knows
To
that.
excess, yes.
Really?
But,
I thought I was gonna put some in a syringe and shoot
But, like,
it into me.
carbs and sugar. Carbs and sugar is just terrible. Our bodies get primed to store carbs as soon as we eat them. So that's why we store a lot of fat. They convert those carbs into fat, and then we store a lot of excess body fat.
Mm-hmm.
His thing was to go to do an all, like, very low, if not no carb diet with, like, actual, you know, good saturated fats. And one of the things on there was butter. Like, he was like, butter's good. As long as you're not having, like, I guess unsaturated.
Sticks of
yeah.
butter.
Well, yeah, but but like as long as there's no sugar involved, fat is good for you to have.
It's like, Jesus, how much mac and cheese I eat. I have like a whole carb diet.
Yeah, it's all carbs. Well, I'm the same way. You don't know how many carbs you eat until, you kind of look back at it. But like it's called the oh man, what is it called? The Blue Script diet or something like that. It's kind of like if you ever heard of like a paleo diet, it's kind of like that, but it's like all meat, veggies, and fat. Like you can have nuts too if you want.
Oh,
like
nuts.
yeah, like pistachios and almonds and stuff. But
What other kinds of
I'm
nuts?
really interested in it. You could have maybe a nice walnut, or
Testicles.
See, we were gonna keep the bit going. You just went right for the punchline.
What kind of other kind of nuts?
I mean, you could have, some pistachios. I've said that. Almonds, walnuts, maybe a Brazil nut, or just a plain peanut, man.
Well,
That's fine.
you know something about peanuts. They're not actually nuts. They're legumes.
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 Wow. You could boil.
Wow.
Isn't a legume like a type of bean?
I'm not sure, but a peanut. Fucking bananas are berries.
No way.
Yeah, they're berries. Strawberries aren't berries.
And did you know that the bananas we get in stores aren't real bananas?
What the fucking
and
ass?
they're all clones. Like,
Yeah, they're
every single one's
sterile.
genetically the same. Same thing for seedless watermelons. That's why I don't eat seedless watermelons, because it's not natural.
Got them GMOs, yo.
Everything has GMOs. This was super
Not true,
weird.
bro.
What is it?
How much dirt do you think you could eat? Maybe like a pailful? No, I could eat... Here, like, if I'm being realistic, I could eat a spoonful of dirt. Easy.
Me too.
If I had a glass of milk, I'd probably eat like a little like pail full of dirt.
What's the most dirt do you think you could eat?
Probably like
That was the question, by the way. I don't know why I act poised like
maybe
I'm
something like the size of a potato, maybe.
like a potato. So maybe like what, a couple ounces?
Like imagine like a potato-sized wad of dirt. Like I could probably eat that.
Does dirt come in wads?
I mean, have you ever had like a dirt clump?
I wasn't thinking of a clump. I was thinking of just like plain old.
The same
Sandy
amount then.
consistency.
Oh, like fucking like loose shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Same amount probably.
Sprinkle that shit over ice cream,
I saw something the other day where it looked just like sand, but it was graham cracker crust that they had crumbled up, and they put it in a pail, but it was like ice cream. It was like a layer of hot fudge. A nice hot fudge. You got that nice hot fudge,
Wild and crazy
guys with the fudge. And
fudge.
so you have some nice fudge, and then in between you have, some any type of ice cream you want. You can have any type of ice cream you want. I tell you, boy, you better get that ice cream. You could have
and cream.
You could
Cookie dough.
You could put some nice cookies and cream, maybe a little cookie dough.
But none of that vanilla shit. I swear to God.
No,
if you put
vanilla's good.
Vanilla's
Look,
good.
don't you listen to him. Don't
I
you
swear
listen
to
to
God,
him.
if you put
Get
vanilla in that shit,
Get
if I
vanilla if
find,
you want. I'm telling
if
you.
I find
Don't
plain
listen to him.
vanilla
Vanilla's
in that
perfect.
shit, I'm
You
going
need
to
to
come to your
understand
house,
that vanilla's okay
and then I'm
for your
gonna
body.
come in your ass.
It's perfectly. That's disgusting.
I'm on Brandon's side here. Vanilla's pretty good.
Vanilla is okay.
Actually, I really love vanilla
Beyond the
ice cream. I wouldn't do that. I mean, unless you asked me to, but I mean...
That's not the point, guys. You can have any ice cream you want, but it's a layer of fudge, and then you have your ice cream. You have you have that nice cold cream in there, and then on top, graham cracker crumbs, and then you eat that like a sundae. It's delicious.
Wants the process.
But the whole point of that is that it looks like dust. It looks like dirt, but it's actually graham cracker crumbs.
I wonder if you could like get away with grinding up something like that, because you know how chinchillas have to take dust baths. Wonder if you could like, huh?
I don't know things about
Yeah, I've
chinchillas.
never heard. Why do they have to take dust
Koalas
baths?
are
They're-
assholes.
they're-
Wait a sec. I know we're talking about chinchillas, guys, but I just need to air this out. Koalas are assholes. I know, we were on a totally different thing, but
Fucking look it up.
I just need to put this out there. Koalas are jerks, okay?
I don't know why. It came to mind when you said chinchilla.
No, fuck chinchillas.
Why do they have to
Their
take
their
dust
fur
baths?
is so fine, like they can't get it wet for some reason.
fine.
So
Don't know
they
why.
roll around in this really really fine dust, and it's the cutest thing you've ever seen.
But why? What does that have to do with getting wet?
I don't remember exactly why. I just know that they have to.
Jesus, Jared.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're a good point. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with water?
I don't exactly like. Why does the dust have to do with getting wet?
Because, animals bathe themselves. And
So instead of bathing, but
yeah, they roll around in
how
dust.
does that keep them clean?
I don't know. I don't remember the specifics for it, but it's the cutest thing ever.
I think you're gonna try the chinchilla lifestyle.
Is a chinchilla kind of like those? When you go into the mall and there's like a little toy store and they have like the like table with the little fence around it and there's a little ball with a tail and it's rolling around.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is that a chinchilla tail?
Chinchillas
that what it looks like?
Chinchillas are very fat animals. Let me just I'll pull
He's
up.
gonna Google a picture of a chinchilla.
Dude, I am a chinchilla.
I would recommend right now Google pictures of chinchilla. That's a mouse.
Oh, that is fucking beautiful. Kind of.
Those are chinchillas.
Nah, I see.
Dude,
I
it's like
I
a
have
squirrel
phobia.
rat.
I have a phobia.
It's a squirrel mouse rat.
That's a perfect description of a chinchilla.
Dude,
A squirrel rat.
Chinchillas are like.
Wow, that's the first thing that popped up. Dust bath. So
'Cause
do
it's
they
really
do
cute.
this in the wild, or do you have
Yeah,
to?
yeah. They roll.
That's because
You know what
that's
would make
because
me
he looked
mad?
up chinchilla dust bath.
If I owned a chinchilla, you know what would make me so angry? The fact that I would go to freaking PetSmart and they'd have chinchilla dust. Like, I can just use any dust, I would think.
The reason chinchilla dust bath showed up first was because he
You
looked
looked it up before?
I used to be a frequent.
He looked like it's in the search bar.
I used to be
Chinchilla
a-
dust bath.
Yeah, I used to
Wow.
be a really frequent watcher of ChinTube HD.
Or
It's this-
ChinTube.
He subscribed.
It's this adorable little YouTube channel.
Everybody praise the chin chin.
It's this really cute YouTube channel of just chinchillas doing
That's
chinchilla
so
things.
weird. So,
Chinchilla thing.
what if you don't do that? Will your chinchilla get sick or
Are
something?
they chinchillin? They're I'm sorry.
I don't really.
Great pun. Again, what happens if they don't get dusty?
Well, then they get dirty.
They don't get dusty.
Like, you have to get it dirty to keep it clean? That's like the weirdest thing.
Oh, what the hell?
Why is he rolling in lettuce now?
Fucking seasoning that shit.
I like how it's like, the first thing it does isn't eat it. It's just like, let me roll around in this first.
It's like, fuck, let me rub this on my body.
I like that. Arugula leaves. Those are arugula leaves. Literally, we're looking at a squirrel rat rolling around in an arugula
Would you be
salad.
mad if I got a pet chinchilla up here?
No, I mean,
They're cute.
I
as
mean,
long as it
your
wouldn't
RA
like
might
freak
be.
out.
I just want pets.
I just don't like rodents.
I love them.
Look at that little fucking kangaroo hop.
No! Oh my god, stop. Oh wow.
Oh, dude, they were just like one guy on top of the other.
And look,
Sorry, guys. That was
yeah,
that was our tangent of
look at
cuteness.
see right there. That's when it got real bad. I'm sorry for your ears.
Sorry for your ears,
Yeah.
guys. It was all Brandon's fault. Which
Yeah, it was
Brandon
my
find
fault.
out next week.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's not us ending the show yet.
Bum,
but-
bum, bum. Okay.
Let's answer another question.
Yeah, normally I look
What's your
one
favorite
up.
kind of bead?
Anal beads.
Jesus.
I like rosary.
How many
beads.
types of beads? For one, that's why. Two, how many types of beads are there?
Rosary beads? Fucking. I don't know. I went to Catholic school, okay?
I just don't think there's that many beads.
I like how you were just like, why?
First of all, why?
You know my views on this already.
Wow. Wow.
What's no? Never mind. That's not good.
What
I'm
is it?
sorry, guy.
Come on.
What
is it?
What's the best deal you've ever gotten? I don't really have an answer for that.
Okay, so you see, I was talking to my boy Satan, right? No. Okay.
I don't have an answer for that either.
I don't have one.
Well, I have one, but it's really lame. It was when I got my whole thing.
Ooh, I got a good one.
What is
next.
it?
What's a good thing that's contagious? I don't know. Laughter.
Fuck you. See, it works.
Laughter. It's contagious.
I don't know.
Seriously though, laughter is contagious. Let me put that out there. I noticed today, like, there are these videos on YouTube where it's like Friends without a laugh track, or like just different sitcoms with no laugh track. And I noticed that the jokes don't land very well when there's no laugh track. So that's one of two things about me. I'm either really dumb and I don't get jokes, or those shows aren't funny.
I think they're not funny.
But also, laughter's contagious.
What are you doing?
What is this? Wow. That's
I
a
think
good
the
one.
flu is a good thing that's contagious.
Why is that a good thing?
Because it gets me out of school.
Something that I like
Points
that's contagious.
taken. That's, yeah.
Something that I like that's contagious is happiness. First off, because who doesn't like being happy?
Keep going.
I mean, I don't like being happy, but I mean, who doesn't like?
Why don't... Wait, hold up.
Oh, back the truck up.
Rewind. Why do you not like being happy?
I mean,
I just hate the way it makes me feel.
I just hate feeling good about myself. No,
I just
I
really love having a low
I
self-esteem.
don't hate being happy. I hate it when you get your hopes up for something and then it just goes to shit and you're like, oh, well, now I feel like I'm just going to go choke on something.
Okay, I know you're feeling.
Do you guys have... What was the question?
Something about what's your favorite?
Oh,
kind of
what's
contagious?
contagious,
What's the
but
favorite
that's
contagious?
good.
Yeah.
You know what? That one was lame. Next one. And I like the username on Reddit. Jackal Abacus says, what's the last major purchase you made? I would say, if I'm being realistic here, other than my education.
My friends.
By the way, my check hasn't come in the mail yet. I'm really upset about it.
Damn it, Jared.
I'm going to need, in advance on that.
Sorry, I'm going to have to talk to Nako.
Okay, no, seriously though, I think it would be this microphone that we're speaking into. That was probably the last major purchase that I made.
Like, major purchase, like, the size...
Substantial
the
amount
size,
of money.
Okay, the amount of money.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I would say...
I mean, we're really young, so it's not going to be like a house or a car, but...
The tickets I bought to the circus.
That was the last major purchase?
I mean, it cost me like $120, but like...
Really?
That's the most...
You better be first row or like riding an elephant.
You better get to ride the clown.
That was like... that was the last major thing I bought, but like before that I bought...
Just riding the clown.
Right.
Come on, Ronald. You keep going.
Well, like before that, before the school year started, I bought that
But
mini...
if the clown's Harley Quinn, then...
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, before, like...
That was, ugh.
At the beginning of the school year, I bought that mini fridge over there. That was like $200-300, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, when I moved in the first time, my, like, grandparents had, like, furnished everything. So, like, my grandma found, like, a very cheap, refrigerator on sale. What's happening?
I'm closing the blind.
He's moving across the room. There's sunlight coming in. How long has this been? Like 52 minutes, an hour? This might end up being the longest podcast we've had thus far. So,
It's gonna be as long as Joe Rogan Experience.
yeah, let's go 3 hours talking about nerfing. So, speaking of Joe Rogan, have you guys ever thought about hunting?
Yeah, I grew up in a family that was big on hunting.
Have you ever hunted?
Yeah. Never killed anything because I suck, but I wanted to. When I kill it,
I've wanted to kill things my whole
don't
life.
come to school tomorrow.
Jesus. I want to go hunting. I've never been, but I just don't think... I wouldn't feel as bad killing an animal if I was hunting it, because at least it has, like, a chance.
And be one of those people who uses
You're fucking,
everything.
like hidden in the fucking bushes and you take it out.
No,
Just
but-
be one of those people who uses everything. Don't let it go to waste.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what I came to like about it because of Joe Rogan Experience. Hopefully, I'll get to talk to that guy one day. But
Joe Rogan, if you're listening,
He's probably a big fan of this.
yeah, I'm sure Joe Rogan's a big fan of the B-Squared.
The BJ.
So, I mean, of course he's a big fan of BJ's. Who isn't a big fan of BJ's? But
I'm the J, in case you didn't
lesbians?
I'm the J.
I'm no, because you can. I don't want to talk. Okay,
That's like
so
too... You can't have too
I
much
usually-
fun.
continue with Joe Rogan.
anyway, you took it to like that. Okay, so you just fart. That's my grandfather's trunk. I'm not kidding. I have a trunk my grandpa gave me, and you farted all over it.
I've been farting on it.
Jeez. Oh my god. You ever think that certain objects like house different
You were
spirits?
talking to me
because
about this
if
yesterday.
so, you farted all over my grandpa's face. Like you just like
Okay, back,
like, oh,
back to the
God.
question that we were answering.
so
The most substantial thing that
No hunting.
no, but before that, the question about
oh yeah, we
buying
keep leaving
shit.
Jared out. I'm sorry.
I
buddy.
bought a $1,000 or over $1,000 laptop for gaming, and
Let me guess. Alienware.
no, because that shit fucking sucks. It was MSI, boy.
I don't know.
Your last major purchase was your Harley Quinn cutout.
Yes, that's true. I have a Harley Quinn
I
cutout.
like how we all keep getting close to make a point,
Margot,
but we shouldn't be
We're gonna
getting
just
this
end up
close.
swallowing the mic.
Margot Robbie Harley Quinn is the best Harley Quinn.
if you're gonna get close, you need to whisper like
Second
this. I don't
best.
know if any of you guys can hear me, but they're talking right now. So you just need to whisper if you're gonna get this close. You know what I mean?
Read.
I'm just saying the one on my shirt is the best. Arkham City.
Yeah, I love that Arkham City.
But I
like,
love Margot Robbie.
franchise. What is it? Arkham
Batman
Asylum?
Arkham.
Yeah, I love those, man.
I love Margot Robbie though. She's
That was like
so,
the first Arkham Asylum game was the only of the like trilogy that I ever finished.
Really?
But like I played it all the way through. The craziest thing about those games though
Did
that
you play
I just
Arkham Knight?
I have it at
I
home.
played
I
it,
was
but I
gonna
never
bring it
finished
up,
it.
but
the thing about those games with me is it's supposed to be one night. I kept the game on for, I don't know, 2 days once. So how is it one whole night? Batman gets a lot done in a night.
yeah, I have Arkham Knight for PS4. I was gonna bring it up, but I actually had it set out, but it was one of the things I forgot to pick up before I came back up here.
I pre-ordered it from GameStop. I got the Red Hood DLC, the Harley Quinn DLC.
Ooh.
I also got the season pass, so I have all the DLC for it.
Oh, do you have Ben Affleck Batman skin?
Yes, I do.
Yes. That's what I would do. Like, if I get it, I'm just going to play as Batfleck and just murder people.
I love the fuck out of that game, boy.
Did you guys ever watch the Red Hood animated movie that
Nope.
they made about it?
I watched some of it.
It was fascinating. I learned about like so it's basically based off of the that's your phone.
Continue.
I had read no, I didn't read it. I watched like a little
movie?
short
Read a
document.
movie
Yeah, I
about
read
it?
a movie.
Yeah.
It was great. It was titillating. But
Tit.
I watched I watched like a little mini documentary about it. It's fascinating how they came up with it. So, I guess after Dick Grayson, there was another Robin character,
And
right?
6 Robins.
Yeah.
What was the second one's name? I
Jason
think?
Todd. He got
Jason
his ass
Todd.
fucking whooped by the
Yeah,
Joker.
by the Joker. Funny thing about that is they had a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like people wrote in and voted on whether or not they wanted to kill him or not. Everyone hated Jason Todd so bad.
Because he was a little fucking asshole.
I mean, he was really in the movie. It was hilarious. Like he breaks a pimp's arm and is like he deserved it. And Batman was like, all right. Like when you have Batman saying, "Hey, maybe we're going a little too far here." Like that's when you know
That Batman's a puss.
that's when you know,
So you know it's
you've
not
gone
Michael
too
Keaton.
far.
It's not Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton
Frank
killed
Miller
everyone.
Batman.
Michael Keaton killed everyone.
When you have Batman saying like, "I don't know, Rob. I think we're going a little too far here."
I would
It's
really
too
like
much.
to see the murder of Jason Todd in the movie series they're doing, because in BVS you've got his suit there with haha jokes on you.
In that movie, they kind of show it a little bit.
And then
It's
in
fun.
in
It's
Suicide
kinda funny.
Squad, whenever Harley Quinn comes on screen and you've got her stats, it says accomplice in the murder of Robin. So
See-
I'd like to see a flashback to that murder.
What's funny is that what I want to see, so how Batman has the Robin like suit in the Batcave, I want to see Joker's like main pad or whatever with the crowbar in a glass case.
Oh,
he
that would
goes
be awesome.
To beat the shit out of Jason Todd.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So what were we talking about?
We're talking about Batman
No, before that.
hunting.
Yeah, hunting. How do we get from from hunting to Batman?
I don't know, but here's another.
Harley
I don't
Quinn
know how that
cut
happened.
out.
But okay, so get this.
Mm-hmm.
What is the craziest fact that blows your mind every time you hear it? You're like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
The craziest fact or alternative fact? That's a joke, by the way.
Either or. I would hope that it's not an alternative one, but
I'll
Like
have
that,
to think.
like that fucking butter alternative. I don't fucking like that shit.
You guys
Like
can
margarine?
go first.
No, it's not even margarine. It's this fucking polymer.
I can't believe
shit.
it's not butter.
It's polymer shit.
How can you eat a polymer?
I don't know, but it's
Isn't that like plastic?
it's extracted using like petroleum. I don't know how.
But
we
you
eat it.
still I like how you're like talking crap about it, but you're like, I'm still eating that grilled cheese, baby.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm
but,
still
like,
eating that grilled
the thing
cheese,
is
baby.
that it tastes like ass. I would kind of eat it, but like, okay, so anybody who listens to this, if you know where we are and what we're doing, don't do this because I'm not supposed to talk about it. But at that place, I have kind of a secret deal with the cooks there.
That's awesome.
And,
What is it?
Go on.
They make it with actual butter for me. I just have to say like, yeah, I want a special grilled cheese, and then they're just like they make it for me.
Hey, buddy. I hear that you got a new dairy special for the grilled cheese. I wonder if you could just help me out. You
The
know.
thing is that you guys can't go there and ask them about that because I'm not supposed to tell anybody about that.
I like how that. I thought it was gonna be something like way more like crazy, but it's just like, yeah, they give me real butter,
The
guys.
thing is that they could get fired for it.
For like slathering real, that should be an option out the gate. Like it shouldn't be.
It's fucking too expensive, I guess. It's the head cooks that I have a deal with.
That is
How
awesome.
do you know them?
Yeah, like I said, I get a grilled cheese like every fucking day.
Jared with the hookup.
So like I've known them since like the beginning of the year.
What if I did this? What if I was like, hey, Jared, here's a couple bucks. Can you go get me a grilled cheese with real butter? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd probably be able to get like at most 2.
Sweet.
I think I finally figured out the fact that makes me just go whoa when I think about it.
What is it?
The fact that we're constantly under surveillance by the government.
Yeah, they're listening to this right now.
Dude,
Joke's on you because you're listening to a podcast.
NSA,
Share it.
Yo, NSA, you can't fucking use that butter thing either. Like I'm not supposed to have told anybody that. You need to keep
think
I like
the
how
government
that's
cares?
the thing. It's like it's
that out of your
ISIS.
files.
It's ISIS, Al Qaeda, and the butters.
and grilled cheese with real butter.
No. What's a fact that I like? So I have.
No,
two.
I don't like that. It boggles my mind to
Not
think that
like
we're...
it. I know, but I
Yeah.
meant like,
Jiggles my wiggles.
like that. Like blows my mind every time I think about it. One would be, first of all, the fact that we're floating through infinity right now, and that we
Water
don't
falls
even
from
know.
the sky.
Water falls from the sky. Did I tell you about that? So Jared. So you ever think about the fact that water falling from the sky happens on a regular basis and no one says anything? Like we're just so nonchalant about it. We literally walked through water today to get back to our room and we didn't like do you ever think how weird that is? Like people don't care because it doesn't really hurt you, but imagine if it was just something slightly more annoying. We would be figuring out how to stop it. Like now it's just a slight inconvenience, but if it was like
Well, it's also got
know.
a lot of benefits too. Also, how much have you been smoking?
nothing at all, nothing.
Not enough.
I just think I just think it's weird. No one questions it. Like I get it. Like it's supposed to be, water condenses, or first of all it evaporates. It becomes invisible.
It evaporates.
It
Yes.
floats up into the clouds.
It becomes the clouds. It is the clouds.
My point. It becomes clouds, gets heavy, and then falls from the sky.
I think it's some sort of
How
government conspiracy.
crazy-
That sounds like bullshit to me.
They're like laughing, but get this. Why are we not
They
constantly...
poison our clouds.
No, but why are we not constantly amazed by that?
They're putting growth hormones in our clouds.
HGH? They're shooting the clouds up with HGH. No, but seriously, why are we not constantly in amazement at the fact that water falls from the sky, floats back up, gets heavy, and falls again? And then it's not even raining everywhere at the same time. Some places it's raining, when other places it's not. So I'm really high right now. No, I'm joking. But another thing that I find extremely fascinating. So have you ever heard of DMT?
No.
So it's deoxyribonucleic acid. No, that's DNA. But DMT is like this weird psychedelic drug, right? and apparently it's a molecule that exists in every living creature. Apparently your body produces it. Okay? So when you're exposed to excessive amounts of it, you start seeing geometric patterns that tell you they love you. And like you travel to like an ancient Aztec like temple and meditate with monks, and it's crazy.
Is this bullshit?
No, it's real. Like it's a hallucinogenic drug.
And then,
But,
and then you know, Easter Bunny shows up and Santa Claus just kill JFK.
Okay, so I just googled DMT. It's called dimethyltryptamine. How do you pronounce that?
It'll be tripping you.
Dimethyltryptamine. That's what it's called. N-dimethyltryptamine. Okay, this psychedelic drug is flowing throughout what's known as acacia trees. You know what acacia trees are?
No.
So there's this special tree in like Africa and the Middle East, right? That grows in like the desert, right?
Wow.
And it's full of DMT. And some people theorize, very interesting, that is what made Moses hear voices from the burning bush.
Wow.
The burning bush was an acacia tree, and he was sniffing all that DMT, baby, and he was hallucinating.
Religious controversy, go!
So I thought that blows my mind.
It blows something.
No, it was like I know people who say they've tried it, and they're very similar. All their experiences, they describe pretty much very similar things. But anyway, DMT, guys, is very fascinating.
A fact that blows my mind is that let's see.
I've never tried it. It's illegal, and I will never try it.
A fact that blows my mind is...
Well, I don't know. You never say never.
Please don't.
that, that Michael Bay is still making Transformer movies.
I'm excited for 5.
That blows your mind.
No, I just want to fucking prove.
Are they gonna make yet another after this newest one? Are they gonna make another Transformers?
Oh,
And
yeah.
So how do you feel about
something that blows my mind is that there's a bunch of planets out there that are similar to ours, but we'll never be able to inhabit them because they're too fucking far away.
What if you could like put embryos in a spaceship and send it off,
please? What?
and then once it lands on the planet, that starts incubating them as soon as it lands, and then grows them into people?
That'd be cool, but you'd have to figure out how to preserve them for so long.
You also have to
You would
figure out
freeze
who would
them,
be
right?
willing to give their
I would. I would have my seed populate a new world. That'd be
I
cool.
would want to know my seed.
They would
bro.
hate you. They'd be like, oh, my
They
dad
wouldn't know
was a
him.
dick."
That
They
fucking douchebag, the fucking incubation machine, fucking
Yeah, I
dick, is fucking it just
like,
fucking grounded me.
This
for no
gives me
reason.
an idea for like a novel series, like a teen, like a Twilight,
Well, that's a
Hunger
novel
Games
idea.
type thing.
That's a novel idea.
Yeah, I know. That sounds pretty cool. But I would give them the option to like know who their parents were. It's like we have a file on the ship if you want to know, but you
I'd
don't
be a
have to.
really embarrassing father.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could do that. I don't know. But
My kids would think that I'm a badass
Then you
because
would go-
I've just stopped all terrorism ever.
then you would go to, They would go to those Goldilocks zone planets and have a good time.
I'd go to Dagobah and have some Zima soup with Yoda.
I have to ask you guys this, because Brandon, you know my answer, but Jared, if aliens were to visit Earth,
No, I would not fuck them.
that wasn't my question. If aliens,
He didn't ask if you would have intercourse.
if aliens
didn't have
came
to take it
down
there.
to Earth, okay, and they said, "You're welcome to come with us, but you can't come back," would you go?
No.
Because I would.
See, I said that too. I say take everyone else, leave me here.
You see, it all depends. If there's only if a few other people are going, then I'll go with them.
Like you don't want to be the
But
only human.
They'd have to be specific people that I know that I'm close to.
I'll go with you.
I would not want to leave without you two. First off, because I feel like we need to make this podcast more
Intergalactic.
Yeah.
Because me and Brandon had this conversation last night.
But there has to be women so I can get the pussy.
Same.
Jesus, man.
No, we talked about this last night because I say definite yes. Because if I had the chance to go explore the cosmos, see different worlds, different galaxies, potentially the edge of the universe, I'd take it. I would so much rather go there than like.
Wait a minute. Are we assuming that these planets have intelligent life, right?
Well, like even then,
Like-
even if there's no life, just seeing other worlds.
No, I mean like, if like we'd be able to go back to their home planet, they got women, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I would totally go there and not come back.
They've evolved past genitalia, guys. You ever think of that?
Maybe they have more than two genders.
Brandon had this great idea where like, because I would leave
They
and
are attack helicopters.
Brandon's idea was that like the existence of aliens brings on world peace. So like he'd be kicking back, like smoking a joint or something next to a campfire, and I'll come back for a visit. Like, dude, here's me on here's me on Ganglion 6.
Yeah,
it's like
Cassidy's like, yeah,
because
it was great, man.
Because I'm
Ganglion
very
6 was super. It was good.
because I'm very much against drugs because I think it would like ruin my life on Earth. But at that point, I'm seeing Ganglion 6. I'm seeing all these different worlds. At that point, I would just say fuck it.
You see, I agree that aliens visiting would bring world peace. Because
It's either world peace or complete chaos.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like a middle ground.
See, my reasoning for world peace, it would be because, okay, so as people, we all hate things that are different than us. So we see some like fucking aliens. Our first fucking thought is gonna be like, oh, they're here to fucking like do our assholes or something.
I don't know. Like that's one way.
We'd all
people
come
could
together
take
to
it,
beat
but-
the living fuck out of them.
See, that's the problem because they would completely destroy us.
They would completely destroy us.
But
No,
I
we'd be
remember-
dead. We'd be dead.
I remember I heard like was
Will
it like
Smith would
Stephen
not be able to
Hawking?
help.
Will Smith could not help with that.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking said you shouldn't make contact.
Yeah, he said that basically it would be the same as when Columbus came to the to the Caribbean. Like it would be just the West Indies. It would be.
So we'd get raped and like.
It would just be bad. But I mean, I don't know. Do I think we should be trying to contact? No. I think maybe we should focus on our own spiritual and intellectual growth.
We can
and
do
try
what I
to
did in
work
high
on
school.
society and.
We could do what I did in high school whenever I saw a girl that I liked, just observe them from afar.
That's me right now.
Or
Not in a creepy way, but just like adoring the beauty that the universe has granted them.
maybe treat everyone like we're human beings, guys.
I like
and
how
try
right
to
there there's like
learn
a
how to-
big like silence.
Well, it's because me and Brandon.
That happens sometimes.
We had that conversation too yesterday, I think. Of like,
Of like the
observing but not pursuing.
like aliens.
No, women.
Let's not get into that. So, guys, I think that was a successful podcast.
Oh, we're cutting it off?
Yeah, I think. I mean this
Mom.
is the longest one we've had so
Wow.
far. Yeah, thanks to you, Jared.
Yay!
I don't know if it was any good or not.
I have a purpose.
Next time, I don't know who all is going to be on it. It might be me by myself reading Reddit. But yeah, do you guys have any social media you want to put out there? Maybe if you want to. Or...
I don't have any pages, but I mean, if you want to look at the crappy videos I made with some friends, I'm on my other channel. It's a box of bran flakes. There's nothing really of value on there, but if you're curious, check it out.
Jared, do you have anything to plug?
Just slide into my DMs.
All right, man. Also, if you are into watching Netflix, have a Netflix account, and would enjoy me commentating and possibly Brandon commentating on things, you can go to riff.tv and find me. I'm Brandon Vessels on there, and I'm going to start doing some commentating. So if you're interested in that, yeah, riff.tv, look me up, Brandon Vessels. And that was the podcast. Thank you for listening to B Squared.
Take care, everyone.
Yep.